Welcome back to Sonic and...
I'm joking, I'm not hungry here.
But I like the song. Again, it was one of the few things that kept me sane in this labyrinth of missions.
I like the song too, but like everything, if it gets so overplayed, it's like the battle theme in Unleashed. It gets played way too much.
So wait, so does it remind you of...
That song was mediocre in the first place.
Whereas this song was good, but got.
It's kind of like look at it this way, Jova. It's kind of like when you're trying to. Okay, imagine like for example, you're trying to.
You beat the level in a second.
Dibs, that's how awesome I am. Anyway,
I bet Dark Side Sonic could beat it in negative time.
Anyway, it's a yeah, great, 2 missions. Now, which one is the canon one? You figure out. Anyway,
it's a riddle somewhere.
That's a mission in and of itself.
Anyway, okay, how about this, Jova? It's kind of like with Sonic 4 Episode 2. Imagine if you're trying to do Special Stage 7, and you're using the retry option because you can actually retry the special stages if you're about to mess up.
Isn't it like nigh impossible to do that without having a second player playing his tails because of
No, Jova. You're thinking of the achievement for the special stages. No, that's different.
Okay.
Finishing imagine you're trying to finish Special Stage 7 in Sonic 4 Episode 2, and you're trying to abuse the retry option so that you don't always have to consistently try to get 50 rings and that shtick and shit, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Because of that, when you're trying the Special Stage over and over and over, because Special Stage 7 can be kind of a bitch if you don't know what you're supposed to do. As a result, you'll hear that beginning riff over and over, and it's annoying as all hell.
I think a small price to pay over having to getting to the special stage.
Basically, when I first got that game back in 2012, by the time I got to Special Stage like 5, I muted the game every time I went to a special stage because I could not stand that fucking riff. Ugh.
I'm just glad that game actually gave us the option to retry special stages. That's something more Sonic games need. I'm looking at you, Sonic game. Seriously, so many of them do it. And especially that godforsaken Sonic, that maniacal, mania-driven Sonic Advance 2. I hate getting into special stages in that game.
Java cutscene. And now we have to fight. And now we have to fight crabs.
So, in the context of the story,
we're fighting Mr. Krabs.
in the context, actually, it's a scorpion with eyeballs. So, in the context of the story, is this what before or after Sonic rescues the king?
I don't know, Joe, but the chronology in this game is very dodgy.
I like to imagine
Just
that the monster
smile, Shara.
I like to imagine that the monster is just politely waiting for the
That's ignoring the cheesy pinky swear. What is up with Sonic back in this time period where he was constantly telling women to just smile?
You know what he needs to do? Just give him a fist bump. That'll cheer him up better.
Wait a minute. At this time period, isn't it a hoof pump?
Shiroi. Ace Attorney has a crossover with MLP. Sonic doesn't, from what I recall.
Anyway.
But seriously though, I mean, think about it like in Sonic Colors, when he and Tails give their fist bump. It's short, quick, and to the point.
True. Anyway.
You do remember that cutscene from Sonic Colors.
Yes, Joe, but we all remember it. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Boss battle. Okay. So, I wonder where I'm supposed to hit. Duh. It's a boss with giant eyeballs. What do you think I had to hit them, Shiroi?
She had to mute.
Oh.
Well, sorry, you were saying?
Remember, Pedro.
Okay, Shiroi. It's a boss with giant eyeballs. Where do you think I should hit to hurt him?
Maybe the giant eyeballs?
Nah, clearly you jest.
Surprisingly, the two up front are not his weak point. It's just the one in the back that is.
Or as Nintendo would call it, the big fuck-me button.
Yeah.
But sure, I thought the big fuck me button was according to the internet, using the help fake. even
Well,
though it's
actually,
optional.
Jova, as you just demonstrated, you still have to use the other eyeballs to homing chin your way towards the back eye.
Yeah, but they're not as weak points. The one in the back is.
Details. Okay. So, yeah, just keep homing attack and hitting the eye. That's basically it. Yeah, even Sonic can say that he can't take much more of it. And now he has an extra eye with teeth.
Clever
Where did that eye
Yeah,
even come from?
Yeah, Sonic in Jurassic Park.
Well, actually, believe it or not, that's his mouth.
Jova, dudes, we already had it in the last part. We did Dinosaur Jungle in the last part.
Right.
Yeah, these bosses are not quite as good as the ones in Unleashed and other running Sonic bosses, honestly. Most of them are just basically very basic.
I like the
You're
Ifrit.
in the way.
I like the Ifrit.
Yeah, the Ifrit one is fine, but
And the Pyro Captain one is fun too.
yeah,
But
I guess.
I like that one. Come on.
such
wait.
fake as a good version of this.
You're not about to tell me you had trouble with our Pirate Captain boss of all things.
No, I didn't. Don't worry. Anyway, there you go, Jova. We were talking about the chronology. There you go. Even though I already got a world ring before, now Shaw is suddenly telling something.
So that means that this takes place before. Okay, so that means that this
Alright.
takes place before.
As I've just demonstrated, everybody, this is another problem with the mission structure. Because the game allows you to do missions and skip to other worlds before you get the world ring, it's possible that you will get a world ring before the scene that actually introduces the world rings. And yet the characters act like this is the first time they're finding one. So yeah, whoever structured this game needs to be fired because he screwed up the chronology.
You know, again, this is a problem common with Kingdom Hearts 2, where you can do, well, also the original Kingdom Hearts, where you could end up doing Disney worlds out of the order that obviously the game wants you to do.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Jova. That game has contingencies for it. Like, for example, if you finish Deep Jungle before you finish Wonderland, it will be Snow White appearing there instead of Alice.
Yeah. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about how you can just skip Atlantica and Halloween Town, and those are the two worlds that sort of act a bit weird. Which is
Wait,
weird.
isn't Atlantica obligatory?
No. Neverland's obligatory. It's like, well, basically, okay, here's how it goes.
Wait, but Ursula is one of the main villains. I wasn't aware that she was skippable.
Yep, I actually found that out on my first playthrough because, you know, basically, yeah, that's the thing. Ursula.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of brings the whole thing. I mean, if Atlantida is optional in that game, it kind of becomes more tolerable for me, if you ask me.
Oh no! Not excuse Atlantica and Kingdom Hearts 2. I am not forgiving.
No, I'm talking
Ursula
about
being-
I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts 1. Is that what you said?
Wait, hold on. Wait, so you had a problem with Atlantica being obligatory then?
No. Well, I don't really
What you
mind
said-
Atlantica. I don't really mind Atlantica in both games. Yeah, I know I'm weird. I'm just saying, like, is Atlantica optional in the first game?
From what I recall, I was able to pretty much... Okay. At some point, I went to Atlantica, but then I was able to leave and then just go to Neverland, which is obligatory.
Alright.
Same with Halloween Town. Why do you ask, though? You said something about if Atlantica's not obligatory, that makes something better for you?
It's because I mean, a lot of people hate Atlantica on Kingdom Hearts 1, as well as Kingdom Hearts 2. But my argument for 2 has always been, well, it's almost entirely optional. It really involves a side quest anyway, so it's not like you need to torture yourself. So I don't see a big reason to complain.
The main problem people have with Kingdom Hearts 2's Atlantica is also its story consistency. Why is Ursula alive when clear she was dead? And it doesn't help that...
Hold on, Joe, I have to
Halloween
explain this. Basically, in order to make this jump, you have to flick the Wii Remote at the very last moment before the ring hits you, because that ring has spikes. So...
no. That one doesn't have spikes because you didn't get hurt. But there is a variation of that one that does.
Yeah, most of them have. Anyway.
Basically, with that version, you have to wait until it does start to close on you. With the other one, you have to get it before it starts squeezing onto you.
There you go. I had to come back here and so I could unlock other missions because apparently, in order to unlock, in order to unlock missions in other worlds, I have to complete this mission in Dinosaur Jungle. Even though technically I've already finished everything in Dinosaur Jungle, I don't understand the way this game is structured. Makes no sense. Jova, explain this to me. What the fuck was the thought process in this?
You know, it would have helped if they did like what Black Knight does and just keep your different sections of the area to go with cutscenes.
In Black Knight, it's incredibly easy. The blue ones are the ones that you've already completed, and the game will always give you a new, and you only unlock one mission at a time. In here, you can basically unlock 3 missions at a time. Which one is the canon one? Beats the shit out of me. Would it kill them to just say, okay, let's divide the missions, group them in terms of optional and important ones. How about that?
Hold on.
That's an idea for you.
Okay, I love this song.
Yeah, me as well.
I do too.
And of course, so does Koban Hermione, because who's gonna rock the place?
This was actually, if I remember correctly, this was the first time Kenichi Tokoi sound directed the Sonic game, wasn't it?
Which is weird because I think an artist called Rumblebee does these.
No. Yeah, Rumblebee came in to do some vocals, yeah, but I'm talking about the sound director of the game.
Oh yeah,
Kenichi Tokoi, yeah. Who also sound directed Colors.
Yeah, I gotta say, if there's one thing I love about this game, it's the soundtrack. I mean, Sonic and the Black Knight takes it a step further, but this is pretty fine itself with tunes like this. And does help this area in kind of being a bit creepy. You
know what's the interesting thing about Sonic Colors soundtrack? Kenichi Tokoi is a sound director, but the lead music composer is Tomoya Otani. So that's kind of weird.
I forget, was it Kenichi Kontoi who's the girl,
Tokoi.
or was that Nafumi?
God damn it, Joe, you suck at pronouncing Japanese names. Kenichi Tokoi is a sound director.
Works here and there too.
Sure, but could you repeat your question, please?
I forget. One of the composers is a woman. It's either Nafumi
Fumi
or
Kumatani.
Kenichi.
Fumi Kumatani. Fumi Kumatani, yes. Sadly, she has never sounded directed the Sonic game, which is a shame because she's one of the best composers in the Sega Sound team. But yeah, Tokoi, Fumi Kumatani was actually, she was actually one of the primary composers for this game, aside from Tokoi.
Shara, what's the Wii remote?
It's something we will never speak of again.
I get the feeling we may be speaking of it sooner or later again.
There were.
But thankfully I won't be there to see it.
What do you mean by that?
There were games that used it well, but whatever.
Oh, no. We're just
I was talking to Shiroi. I was responding to Shiroi's comment. Anyway, what I was trying to say was, Kenichi Tokoi was the sound director of Sonic Colors, but Tomoya Otani was still the lead music composer, doing the main theme and a lot of the other themes and stuff. So that was kind of weird that Tokoi would be the sound director, but I guess he was feeling lazy.
At least Hansi had a team with Colors. With Lost World, he was on his poor lonesome for the most part. Which, don't get me wrong, I mean, I like Lost World, but dang, there's only so much that one composer can do on his own.
Anyway, back to this. This is basically. This is the Evil Foundry. Is that the name of the zone?
Again, this is one of the better levels, I'd say, in actually getting you accommodated with the controls. And that, again, there are relatively easy side steps here and there, and also left to right step. So as long as you stay middle down there, god dang your page your balance is off, you should be fine.
But the controls are so fucking sensitive.
It's usually easy to stay down the middle straight, though. I mean, you kind of have to be going out of your way to tilt it left or right.
Excuse me if I'm trying to concentrate that maybe I don't notice my controller tilting. Seriously.
You've been told, Pedro.
You should have seen.
The remote was a pretty sensitive one.
You should have seen.
This is an early Wii game, so.
Hey, Java, you should have seen.
Maybe it's because I had the Wiimote Plus or something.
No, this game doesn't use Wii Motion Plus. It didn't even exist by the time this game was released.
Okay. Never mind. Maybe it's because I have like those special sleeves that you could put on Nintendo Wii remotes, but I
So
never
did I.
had a balance issue.
Here's an idea.
Although
Here's an idea. Why can't I use the fucking nunchuck to control Sonic?
Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that was stupid not to give that option. I mean,
Anyway, also, Sega, the Wiimote has buttons. Use them. Anyway,
but Pedro, you've got the number 2 button to jump.
yeah, but why
You've
can
also got
I?
the direction buttons to use your time powers, which we have not yet gotten.
But what about the? Why do I have to flick forward for the homing attack? Anyway,
You have to thrust it forward.
trust me, Joe. You should have seen. Trust me, Joe. But you should see Teo trying to play Heavy Rain.
Oh god, how did he deal with the sex scene, I wonder?
6-axis. Actually, he didn't do because he absolutely. He
Should have
refused.
called that bit.
But by the time,
sex axis.
by the time you, by the time you get to choose whether or not you want to involve yourself with
Whatever her name is.
Madison, yeah, Teo decided not to indulge in David Cage's.
I
David-
forgot about that.
Teo doesn't like to indulge in David Cage's stupid forced romances.
That's my.
Aside from comedy.
That seems to be my thing now. I keep remembering the most forgettable stuff. What a paradox that is.
You've discovered a time paradox. Anyway, look at that. Okay, one mission unlocked. Okay, let's do it then. Oh no, wait, I unlocked another one. And another one!
Congratulations, Pedro. You're a
Another
father.
one.
You're a father of 3 new missions. Take care of them.
No.
It is your duty.
Fun fact,
Can I go home now?
fun fact, that chant that he's doing, that also is on Black Knight. That's the chant that Marlena uses to summon Sonic.
It's so weird though. I mean, the guy voicing it is either really hammy or really bored.
Yeah.
Hammy. I'm gonna go with Hammy.
It's an Ifrit.
So what?
The
An
Djinn that
Ifrit- an
controls
Ifrit.
fire.
I have already carved up half of the pages that make up this world.
Oh, did you now?
No worries. Say Warner Brothers will hire another guy to rewrite the script.
Ifrit burn whatever pages remain in the book.
He's a...
Wait. You decided to let the Ifrit burn the book, but then won't you die as well?
Apparently not because of his evil master plan in the works.
What
Also,
evil
yeah,
master
another-
plan? His evil master plan is to get the rings, turn into a gigantic blob of shit, and
That wasn't part of the plan. That was an accident. Also, we're not there yet. Don't spoil
Also,
the
we
poor audio.
get the.
oh,
we
of
got the-
course, I wouldn't want to spoil the amazing climax of Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Also, but Pedro, yeah, the boring running gag returns. You're a rat. No, I'm a hedgehog.
No.
Laugh.
That didn't work.
It's no use.
And you say Pontaff's humor is bad.
Even Sonic X didn't overstay jokes. Okay, not as badly. Not as badly.
Season 3, sure.
Yes, season three. Not just that was, but not just that was. Just because even if just because one particular form of humor is bad, that doesn't mean the other one isn't. But anyway, go ahead,
That
Joe.
said, Pontaff have really yet to really show off a bad game writing of theirs where they didn't get screwed over in development. Like, seriously, Colors was fine.
What about Cherry Crystal?
Mainstream, Major, mainstream.
It was still them though.
It reminds me of when one of the writers. Funny enough, though, one of the writers wrote an episode of the new Thunderbirds show.
Oh, how'd it go?
Also, Joe, let's not forget how. Sorry.
Well, that's the weird thing, though, Jova. Thunderbirds is primarily a British show, and they got I don't know if he's American or Canadian, but they got someone from North America, a show, a continent where stuff like Thunderbirds weren't really all that popular in the first place, to write an episode for a British show. And And need I remind you again about the god-awful 2004 live-action?
Well, admittedly, an American or Canadian writing for a British thing, it can work, but again, it just depends on the execution. Like, again, Dwibs, it was us America who actually helped make known, and actually better than ever, several of Gilbert and Sullivan's works that you guys were gonna just leave off to the wayside.
And funny enough, Joe, you actually kind of picked up Whose Line Is It Anyway when we ended the show in '99.
Precisely. Also, The Office.
When your soul gauge has power,
Yeah, that's the thing.
time break.
Whenever a
Everything
British
around
show
you
goes to
slow
the
down.
US is when it's ending.
Alright, hold on, let me explain
with
this.
exceptions, but there's no.
Okay, this is actually important.
Time break allows you to slow down time.
That's right, Sonic's slowing down, but in a good way.
Well, in a way that's.
It makes platforming easier, and also you can cheese through a lot more difficult
Shouldn't we talk slower to fit the screen?
No, don't you see, Dwibs? We are not affected. Technically.
Oh, you. Sorry. Time break affected me there for a second.
It's kind of like how it's kind of like that episode of Adventures of the Hedgehog, where with the sloths, where they all talk slowly,
Yeah.
head to head. All right, I hate these missions. Basically, there's this ball of
You hate
blue.
all the missions.
No. He doesn't hate all of it.
Anyway, you have to beat this blue ball called Hoo Hoo to the goal.
Sonic.
No, Hoo Hoo. I don't know what this thing is. Beat this thing to the goal. Why? Because I don't know.
I've never had trouble beating him, honestly.
Fortunately,
Also,
speed break.
also-
Make sure you
yeah,
get
they
the dances
couldn't-
right now,
couldn't-
use your time powers well enough, and you can
I love-
pretty much beat him.
I love how that bit was in text only. It's like they couldn't. It's like they couldn't afford Erica Schroeder for that one line.
Because she's whispering. See?
Like
Easy.
they're recording dialogue.
What?
Don't talk about stuff being tight, Sonic.
Why?
I thought you guys knew by now.
Guys, get
to
your mind out of the
tight
gutter.
spaces, press
Moving
the
on.
circle button to slide.
Hey guys, we've unlocked a new world.
Then we escape back.
Oh, in
Wow.
cutscene. In a new cutscene.
Well, let's see. My friend
Oh
Sinbad
God,
might
not
be able to
Tails
share
again.
some of his worldly knowledge with you.
So, where is he?
He died last year.
According to rumor, he was fighting some pirates and he was taken away.
Yeah,
by a wolf.
those are the kind of things I.
I have a question.
It's a giant
Yes.
bird.
What do pirates have to do with the Arabian Nights?
It's more like a living fossil.
Sinbad.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if I were writing a story like this, that'd be my kind of humor. Stating a solution, but then Sonic asks, "Well, where is he?" And then I'd say, "He died last year." Oh,
Well,
One thing to
the thing is,
remember about an
Jova.
Arabian Night pictures, like, well, they actually do.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Jova. It's just that the aesthetic they use for the pirate world in this game doesn't really remind me of Sinbad. It reminds more of the typical Pirates of the Caribbean type of pirates.
Well, we have to remember, Amico, pirates like that were also occasionally a thing here. And again, though, Sinbad and the pirates, though, Sinbad. God, I forget if Sinbad himself was originally a pirate.
yeah, Jeff. If they ever make another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, they could move the setting to do a soft reboot and move the setting to Arabia.
All right.
Maybe an Aladdin and Pirates of the Caribbean
All right.
crossover.
All right. So see you for the next part, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.